look lonely, I can fix that.
So I've had this idea in my head for a while now, and I really just wanted to put it out there. I was watching this video about the Victorian period, and during the video it talked about how as a society, we kind of just had enough scientific knowledge to fuck around, but not quite enough to find out yet. For example, people were using arsenic and nightshade as beauty products since we figured out they had chemical reactions that people desired to look ideal, but we hadn't quite realized that they were literally killing us. The guy in the video described it as the growing pangs of the Industrial Revolution, kind of the time before we had everything figured out. And it made me wonder, are we in the growing pangs of anything right now? And then I thought about this, and this. Oh, and God forbid, this. And it got me thinking, and I'm gonna sound like this is probably my biggest boomer take if I'm gonna be honest, but anyway, I feel like we've let all of these apps and algorithms and digital services and information into our lives without taking a step back and considering whether they're good for us, whether they're healthy for us. I wonder if in 100 years people are gonna look back on the time period we're in now and have the same impression that we do looking at the Victorian era, wondering what all these people were putting arsenic on their faces. And just to say it, I don't want to put the blame onto the consumer. I mean, we know that corporations spend countless dollars trying to figure out how to capture more and more and more of our attention. So there's no way any individual one of us could really compete against that. And for me, it's also interesting to see some of the political responses to our digitization. For example, this Valentine's Day, there was a class action lawsuit filed against Match, the organization that runs Tinder and other dating apps, arguing that the apps are designed to keep users on them and actually disincentivize matchmaking through their gambling design. I also want to say, I'm not trying to say that you should just stop using these apps, period. I think that's pretty unrealistic. But I feel like even just being cognizant of how much they run our lives helps. Personally speaking, one thing I've done is deleted Instagram from my phone, which for me makes it a lot easier to get off, since the website version is just more janky and, for me at least, doesn't have the same addictive design. And I wanted to end with a couple positive things that I've begun to notice kind of related to this. I feel like I've started to see more media that's exploring the relationship we have between our digital and our in-person lives. And I think it's really interesting because I feel like a lot of people are starting to question whether all of social media and all of the time we spend online is good for our lives. And so I just wanted to highlight a couple of those to end the video.